I had to do a lot of inner work on myself to try to heal the inner. 2023 was a really stressful year for me, and I bounced back really, really quick. But this time, I think I was just so lost, and I was like, I don't really know what I want to do with my life right now. I go all the time. It was like, just take a break. Just take a break. Even my grandma. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Mika Tania. Welcome back to my channel, Ambitious Mika, where I will be sharing with you guys my fitness journey, my glow up journey, my lifestyle, a little bit of fashion, and pretty much whatever else I feel like sharing with you guys. So, if you guys saw that thumbnail in the title, you already know we're going to be talking about my 2024 goals for the year. We are currently 3 weeks into 2024. Um, Quick disclaimer, this is going to be a slight mukbang or mukbang. I have my protein pancakes and my protein Greek yogurt because I just got back from the gym not too long ago and I didn't eat. So if you see me take a bite, just ignore it. Um, so I'm going to be talking to you guys my 2024 goals that I have off of the top of my head. And I'm also going to kind of reflect with you guys a little bit about my previous year, 2023. And I kind of want to use this video as sort of like a manifestation type of vlog. It's also more so of like an accountability thing to keep myself accountable. So that way by the end of the year, I can kind of, look back on this video and then see if I accomplished some of the things that I'm talking about now. I know that I will, but it's always nice to look back. I did this with journaling as well. I did a lot of journaling. Um, I would say towards the middle of last year, going to the end. I haven't done it like I would say like in 2 weeks, but the same thing applies here. So, yeah, let's just jump right into it. So, 2023 was such a, it was like half good year, and then the middle of the year got kind of, sorry, my camera, the tripod thing keeps moving with my hands. But the beginning of 2023, my year last year was pretty good. And then, like, it started off really great. I had fun. I had made a couple of friends. I was meeting new people. I was doing my thing. And then, somewhat like towards the middle of last year, it got kind of weird. Originally, I was going to, some of the things I'm going to get ready to talk to you guys about, I was going to actually save this for another video, but it's been weighing heavy on my mind lately, and I feel like it's hard for me to push any other content out without talking about this first because I want to be transparent, um, mostly with myself. Just because, like I said earlier, I kind of want to just take a step back and I want to look at this and I want to remember this. And I'm just even thinking about where I am today. And like I said in my last videos, I have a pretty optimistic view on life lately, and I know that things are getting really, really better for me. But last year, in the middle of the year, it got kind of weird. Um, I pretty much got laid off my job. I got laid off twice last year. So one of them, the plant was closing, but the crazy thing is, um, a month before, so they laid us off. They let us know like a month and a half before, and then literally a month before I got ready to, a month before they were getting ready to lay us off, or a month before the building was closing or whatever, they ended up letting me go or whatever. And the thing is, it was me and it was one other girl who I was actually friends with at the time. When we came in back in 2022, when we came in, it was kind of rocky, and they would like the way they treated us just was not good. The company overall was trash, but the pay was decent, so we stuck it out. And also, we weren't going to let certain individuals there kind of like determine or really want to let them dictate my money or whatever. I had at that point I had already been in the leadership management slash corporate world for a little minute, so I kind of knew how that went. Um, so yeah, I've had problems with the first one, so they were kind of just looking for any excuse to let me go, especially since were already laying us off or whatever, and they didn't want certain people to get their severance pay, which was really, really shady and spiteful. And then I ended up securing another job a month before um, they laid us off. So they gave us the news. They said, hey, the plant's closing permanently, up the bam. And then I ended up securing another job. It was an entry level position. I took a slight pay cut, but I was like, it is what it is. I'm like, I'm starting out as a contractor, so depending on how this goes, I could either find me another job when the contract is up, or I could let them hire. I could just do really, really well, let them hire me on full time, and then you know I'll just find something eventually later on. So, anyways, a month in, they had ended up hiring like 70 plus people, and I guess they got like too big headed or got ahead of themselves a little bit, because I don't want to say that it was like a race thing or whatnot, but I will say they had only hired like six black people, me being one of them, and they started letting people go like literally 4 or 5 weeks after the training. So we come in, the training was like 4 weeks or whatever. They ended up they pulled me and a few other people. They stopped our training or whatever. And then the following week, they ended up letting me go or whatever. So that one was a whole bunch of bullshit in itself. They kind of set a lot of us up for failure. So they let me go. They just was like, you're not a bad worker. We see that you're really trying and that you're communicating, but it's just not a good fit. Literally after they had promised 3 to 6 month contract or whatever, and we even asked them. We was like, hey, so is the 3 to 6 month, is that guaranteed? They were like, yeah, the 3 to 6 months, that's guaranteed, or until like your project is up, and then after that, that's when we start letting people go because we can't hold a bunch of you guys. So I was like, okay, cool. I got 3 to 6 months to figure out my next move. And then 5 weeks in, they let me go. So it was whatever. I wasn't really hurt about it because, well, I'll say this: the first layoff kind of like took me back a little bit because I was kind of mentally prepared for it. I didn't care that they were closing. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, shit just got real. This is a slight inconvenience. Now I gotta, I was already looking for jobs because I didn't really want to work there anymore anyway. But it was just the fact that I'm like, oh snap, now I'm on a time crunch. And then when they let me go, it was kind of like abrupt or whatever, even though I already knew we were getting laid off. So, um, so I got laid off twice last year. And then last year was just really weird for me mentally and emotionally. Um, Not to go like super deep into my own, personal life, but I have been single for 2 years in March of this year. But I think in my previous relationship, I think I had lost myself so much to the point where, you know, just doing this whole life thing and then adulting, and it had nothing to do with, oh, you miss your ex or you miss being in a relationship. It had nothing to do with that. I think it was just so much. It was just so, everything was just a lot. I lost myself in that relationship a lot, and then I'm by myself. I'm out here. My family is back in Chicago. um, I have to figure everything out. I'm used to sort of having my stuff together somewhat, if that makes sense. If you're a young adult living on your own, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I didn't have it all together or anything, but I did. I was just used to moving a lot. So when the first job got taken from me just like that, and then I was at home and I spent a lot of time by myself to reflect and to think and to, you know, do. It was like a lot of inner child. How can I explain this? I feel like I had to do a lot of inner work on myself to try to heal the inner child in me, and I feel like, you know, I was just like, I'm not who I want to be, and I'm not where I'm at. and I feel like I'm sucking right now at this thing called life, and it's not really a good feeling. And it just seemed like things kept getting, things kept going wrong back to back. One bad thing, okay, cool. Two bad things, you're looking like, okay. They say third time's a charm. They say usually third time, something to get us back. But then it got to like the fourth or fifth. I'm just like, oh shit. And then I'm a very like sensitive person. I'm not really too emotional, but I'm really sensitive. And I think around this time, my emotions were just so heightened because I'm just like, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, 2023 was just a really stressful year for me, and it was just very. But I'm glad that a lot of it happened because I take a lot of good from it because I feel like it needed to happen. I think partially I needed a break from work. I think after I got laid off the second time, I was just more so like, you know what? Let me just pause for a second. Usually, if I'm leaving a job or if I'm getting ready to quit a job, I already got like 10 interviews lined up. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I bounce back really, really quick. But this time, I think I was just so lost and I was like, I don't really know what I want to do with my life right now. Like, I know what I want to do. I have goals, which is what we're going to get into. But I'm like, I don't know what to do next. And I'm like, I can't just jump back into something and then be in the same position that I'm in right now. So I need to take a second and I need to think. Even my friend, I was talking to my one of my friends, and he was just like, he was like, I'm not saying that I'm happy that you got fired, but the way you spoke about that job, you didn't seem like you were going to be happy anyway. So I'm sort of glad that they let you go because I feel like you jumped into that job way too quickly. And he was like, obviously you got bills to pay, but he was like, you just be on go all the time. He was like, just take a break, just take a break. Even my grandmother, she told me one time we were on the phone, she was like, I told her, I was like, yeah, I just got home, I just got home from the gym. I'm feeling kind of bored. And she's like, Rebecca, you don't always have to be doing something. He was like, if you're bored, then do something with your time as far as like get like a project done around the house, something that actually needs to be done. Or she was like, you can read a book or do some studying. She's like, but you don't always have to be doing something. You can take it, like, it's okay to sit down for a second. It's okay to take a break. So that's what I did. I took a well needed break. And then here we are in 2024. I'm still working on some things currently, but we're going to get into the good. So, 2024, I have been on my weight loss journey for about 7, 8 months now. So, in a previous video, I did mention how before it was kind of hard for me to make content and show you guys my life and show you guys what I'm doing and just be consistent in that area when it comes to content creating. I'm like, how can I be consistent with being a content creator or just doing anything that I like if I'm not even like disciplined in an important area of my life? You know what I mean? It kind of applies to everything. But I was just like, you know what? Let me get myself together first. Let me get my mental together first. And then I'm going to focus on being creative. I'm going to focus more so on things I love to do. I was like, I need to get grounded first and I need to be consistent or be consistent and disciplined with one thing first and then try to add other things. Hey guys, so I'm going to stop the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. The video got way too long, and I know some of y'all attention spans is not that great. So we're going to stop here and we'll catch you guys in part 2 to talk about my 2024 goals. So please let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe, like, turn on your post notifications so you guys can get notified every time I post another real video. And I'll see y'all in the next video, okay? Bye!